Okay, probably we are live on YouTube. Let me wait for Instagram because Instagram is always a little bit laggy, so we need to wait for Instagram before we go live. And before overall we would go live. That's an interesting thing. Okay, we can now go to the Instagram. Now let me check if everything works. That's the most important thing. Are we live? No, we don't. Oh, okay. Look, I cannot join my own live. It's anyway. Anyway, okay, I will check it. This on the YouTube on PC. Let me set up everything. No, come on. I want to check if I am live. Something is lagging behind. Okay, I can see, finally I can see that I am live. Let's check it if audio works. And volume is everything correct. So that's the most important thing, that we know our work is not wasted. Okay, now let me check. We are almost there. So let's wait for a second. Okay. Okay. Let's edit our viral video. One headphones are enough. What headphones are enough? Okay, so I have footage. And the footage is pretty complicated because we have done multiple things on one go. I have made already one short from that, like scene, so you can see this is ready. And I always have open multiple sequences. For example, first one is main sequence, then it's like all footage. You can see almost 2 hours long. It's already cut. Some things are cut already. Then the second one is ready. So I copy paste over here what is ready to not lose this footage because this is Adobe Premiere. And the third sequence is to edit. So I can change the name here to edit, because as you know, when you mark in and you mark out and somehow you can place it, you can incidentally push delete button and then everything is gone. So this is Adobe Premiere, and I would like to take extra safety. Okay, anyway, we have begin over here. We have begin over here from preparing like cheap food. So this is potatoes with onion, and in the end it looks incredible. I have already edited some photos about that, so let's check from that. And even during your editing, then all of the sudden all idea comes. So for example, how to use different, so for example, as you can see over here, we have used chopsticks. Then when I was taking, when I was behind the camera, then my idea was that, okay, so let's also make it short movie, the different way how to use your chopsticks in the kitchen. So somehow if you record something and in the beginning that you think it would be like 4 shorts, for example, then in the end it would be 10, because ideas come also when you are editing. So that's also good. That's also good. Okay, so let's because somehow on my main screen I cannot see. I can refresh here. Okay, somehow on the main screen I cannot see chat. So let me do. I will open on the site chat from YouTube and chat from Instagram. By the way, on Instagram is nobody watching, nobody is using that. But I have 2 less followers on TikTok. To stream live from my platform, and I have paid for that 30 euro per month. I have been paying 30 euro per month for that streaming platform, Streaming Labs. So so I need to use it. If you pay for something, then you need to use it. Okay, anyway, I'm going to on a site. I will turn on the chat from YouTube, and then we can start editing. By the way, it's quite late. It's almost 1 a.m. European Central Time. European Central Time. So that's I suppose to talk little bit quieter because of my neighborhood days, and sometimes they are complaining it's too loud, but it's reasonable. Okay, I can see that the chat from YouTube you can see on the screen. That's pretty good. I will move chat box a little bit higher. At least some messages. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so let's start editing live our potato. And there are two ways two ways two ways to editing. You can edit without voice or with voice. It depends what you like to do that, but today we will edit with voice. We have beginning from X. That's because the problem of this footage is that like everything is mixed up. So let me copy this one to main, and we will try sort it out. And because I'm recording streaming vertically, then I cannot see my whole the timeline, but at least you can see that. But for short content is not that necessary. Okay, we have our X, so let's start from the beginning. You're supposed to also hear the voices. We have the clip is captured in English, but we also spoke between that in Polish. So, and of course those Polish dialogues I will delete it. Okay, so let me see what we are doing over here. Then nothing is going on over here. Okay, I turn on the camera over here. Claps. Okay. Okay, at least something is going on over here. So if it's something going on over here, then we I see. Not everything is marked, so be sure when you use Ctrl K, then everything over here is marked. Every tract must be marked. Then you will cut everything what you want. Okay, so let's start it. Because it's night, it's 1 a.m. That's why I'm using headphones. Usually I won't do that.
Cook those eggs.
At least we can. I cook this eggs.
Like 8 minutes. I'm gonna peel it now.
The time of cooking is not matter for short content what we are doing there. But first we will edit longer content than shorter and shorter. So for example, that's why we have our own show. So for example, 3 minutes foods that slaps. So we are trying to do recipes in 3 minutes. So maybe that's we can use.
Those eggs. Like 8 minutes. I'm gonna peel it now.
Okay, so let's check it all footage and let's because later on it will be easier to select it.
I cook those eggs.
Okay, let's cook those eggs. That's good.
Like 8 minutes.
The is not necessary, and of course if you record a lot of that, then you will hear hi Anna on YouTube. you will hear a lot of but that's quite normal when you're recording something without any scenario. So let's delete it.
8 minutes. I'm gonna peel it now.
Okay, 8 minutes. I'm gonna peel it now. Then we need to take everything what have voiced.
8 minutes. I'm gonna peel it now.
But those moves are quite interesting. You can see that at least something is going on the screen. So I would put this voiceover on this footage, and we those footage when we are doing like first pass, then it would be much better for editing later. So let's change it. Let's take this voice and Ctrl L. Then it's unlink. This one we need to unlink, and then we can take our footage to over there. And delete what is not necessary. Ctrl K, delete it. Okay.
Eight minutes. I'm gonna peel it now, and we're going to marinate.
Here is no cut.
And we're going to marinate it in some water with soy.
Over here is nothing. Deleted.
With soy sauce.
With soya sauce, that's good. We don't when it's no voice, then we don't need those footage because we don't need it.
How many eggs do you have?
Over here, I'm speaking something. Then I can. Those green one are microphone 1 and microphone 2. One is my. The second is Anna's microphone. Then you can see who is speaking and voice line number 3 is from one camera, number 4 from the second camera. When you turn off V2, then you can see the camera from above.
Otherwise, I would cook it new.
Okay, so let's go.
How many eggs do you have?
I have 5. I tested one. I cooked 6 first, but I needed to test it if they are
Okay,
perfect.
okay. It's too much. Too
I
much.
have 5.
Okay, I have 5. That's enough. That's what we wanted.
I tested one. I cooked 6 first, but I needed to test it.
That's not interesting.
Otherwise, I would cook it new batch. But
Not interesting. Nothing is going on. Over here we have some voice.
Now you have new news, so you don't need to use your gloves.
Okay, that's even some voiceover.
I tested one. I cooked 6 first, but I needed to test it if they are perfect, and they are.
Ah,
Otherwise, perfect, and they are.
Let me do this one a little bit wider, then we can cut more precisely.
I needed to test it if they are perfect, and they are.
ah.
Otherwise, I would cook it
Okay,
new batch.
that-
But
That's not necessary. So let's go.
Do you have?
I have 5.
Now you have new
Let
news,
me do it like
so
this.
you don't need to use your gloves.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see at least on the chart. Here is some voice. Something is going on. Let's leave it over here. Delete. Let's go further. Okay, over here something is going on.
Now we only need 1 or 2. I'm
Audio 2 is from Anna. Then you can see who is speaking in that
now
moment.
we only need 1 or 2. I'm gonna do maybe 3.
2, maybe 3. It's like information what we don't need.
So my eggs are peeled.
This is good. This is at least something interesting.
So my eggs are peeled.
Okay, over here something is going on.
Let's see if they are clean.
Okay, that's also not necessary. A little bit negative.
Yeah, all right. And then I'm gonna put some water in the bowl.
Okay, I'm gonna put some water, at least something interesting. Then let's take it, delete this part. Let's go further.
And some soy sauce.
Some soya sauce. No, that's good.
So this is like a marinade.
Oh no, I'm speaking in exactly the same moment. What is and if is something interesting in the screen, then let's leave it like this. Then another, what is going on over here? She's adding from different angle. Nothing interesting over here. You can see this is my microphone.
From which cuisine is this recipe?
Asian.
From which cuisine? That might be used for a longer content.
From which cuisine is this recipe?
Asian.
Okay, Asian, that's good. And even you have small break over here, then you can also get rid of that. So it will be more fluid for shorts.
This recipe.
Asian.
DCP Asian, that's okay, interesting.
Yeah, because it's soya sauce.
Yeah, let's put some extra water.
I have made mistake with pronunciation, so I'm not going to use it.
And now we need to wait till they absorb a little bit of a color and then
Okay, and they absorb, that's good. And they absorb a little bit of color, then it's too long sentence. We absorb color, that's it. You can always edit that.
they absorb a
They absorb, then you can see the microphone 2 is from Anna.
They absorb
They absorb, so over here is pause, absorb, this is absorb, then cut it
a little bit.
a little bit, and this is off, a little bit off, delete, and then we can see now
They absorb of a color.
the absorb of color, then it's like more smooth. Then you can always also you can use it over here, transition I how to call it transition oh what doesn't matter.
Sort of a color and a taste from the soy sauce.
So how long?
Maybe
So how long cut
maybe, yeah.
There is maybe, maybe not, then delete it. Not interesting.
How long?
Yeah, you can leave it even for the whole night in the fridge.
That's too much, maybe too
Yeah, you
much
can
not,
leave it even for
then
the whole night. But we're gonna keep it for maybe 30 minutes of an hour, maybe. Because
nothing.
now we're gonna do something else.
Okay, nothing interesting.
Bez kadru. Jakby w sensie gdzieś...
Okay, over here we are speaking Polish about details. Then okay, so this is the scene one for meal number one, and then later on we switch it to the another meal. Then
Bez kadru.
and over here is nothing interesting, so I will delete those kind of all sequence. And over here you can see footage from the camera too. That's mean nothing, and you can see over here nothing happened over here. Okay, and we swap it to another meal. So this is one sequence. Let's grab it the rest of footage a little bit closer, for example over here. Then we have a gap over here, then we know that we have started another meal. 5 people watching and 1 is me on YouTube. On Instagram 0, so it's like a the traffic is not that big. Okay, so let's see another footage. When I'm grabbing the second camera, at least something something will go on. Then it's nothing going on. Okay, and over here we are using our chopsticks. Then this move might be interesting. Even if it's not interesting from this camera, then we can turn it off and we can see the camera number 2 because everything is synchronized. You see path. At least this is interesting. And let's check it. The voice speech of Anna. Okay, so let's.
Czekaj, mam być po polsku, także...
Okay. I'm saying that that might be in a men's way, so it's like aggressive.
Mieścicie?
Tak.
Tak? Dobra, to jechaj, Anna.
Today we are
Okay, so we are over here is beginning. So what is over here? We can delete it, and let's grab our clip and make it a little bit closer, but not too close. Like this. And if you use Adobe Premiere, don't forget Control S. That's Control Save, the most important thing, because as we know, this thing like to crash. Okay, so let's go forward. And over there we have 2 hours long footage, and it will take, like, let's say to sort that out around 4 hours. So it's like I would say pretty boring job. That's why we can Steam Live.
Today we are going to make Hasselback potatoes. You take the potato. We're gonna.
I will check it only because I cannot see my on Instagram if I'm live or what is going on over there. Because I cannot see that I am live there. Oh, that's interesting. Let's give me a second. Okay, we are live there. That's good. Okay, so let's go.
Yeah.
As I told you, we also use the chopsticks to another reel.
To make Hasselback potatoes.
Okay, but you can see Anna is saying to make Hasselback potatoes, but nothing is going on camera. We need to use this voice later.
Potatoes. You take the potato.
And this move is interesting. It's not that aggressive as I thought, but we will use that for sure. I love those kind of moves.
You take the potato.
Okay, in the beginning, here is again, we take the potato. Cannot be, people are bored if you say this the same
Take the
thing two
potato.
times.
I'm gonna
You take the potato and over here is break, so let's trim it out. You take the potato, you take the chopsticks.
You take the potato. I'm gonna put.
Okay, we're gonna put, that's good. That's kind of natural thing when you're in the front of camera, so
Two
it's easy to cut it out, so no problem at all.
potato. I'm gonna put something to hold it.
Okay, two. I thought that would be two chopsticks, but it's something to hold it.
Something to hold it.
So then it's two times. Then we don't need it.
I'm gonna put something to hold it. Something to hold.
Those kind of things here, speaking twice, are kind of normal when you are stressed out. So that's not nothing bad. You can always edit. You need to remember that if you in the front of camera or editing, then 20% is capturing and 80% is editing. So that's not a big deal.
Something to hold it.
Okay, something to hold it. Cut.
And then let's see. And then I'm gonna cut it.
Nothing. Something to hold it. Okay. Wait. Okay, she's starting cutting over here. And that's for sure we will use it later for to put voiceover. But
and then let's see. And then I'm gonna cut it.
okay, nothing is going on over here. Let's delete it. We don't need that.
So we cut only, not all the way down.
We will use this sequence later for another short to put voiceover.
So that's why I use the.
Okay, wait.
Not all the way down.
Not all the way down. So.
Not all the way down. That's quite normal. Let's delete it.
All the way down.
Not all the way down. That's why I use the chopsticks. So I don't cut completely through.
Okay, I don't cut completely through. That's also might be good.
I don't cut completely through.
Now we are doing first pass of our footage, so later on we will do the second. But
how thick are slices?
At least interesting question. How thick slices are? Doesn't matter.
How thick are slices?
2 millimeter.
Okay, now let's zoom in. This is let's delete it, and 2 millimeter, whatever.
2 millimeter. Something about.
Okay, this I'm saying that's interesting. Let's leave it. This is voiceover.
Something about that. Like, yeah, I don't know. Just very thinly.
Okay, so over here is nothing interesting, and you can see the chopstick because they are, I would say, a little bit slippery. That's why it slips. And then you cannot you cannot show negative things or your mistakes. If you do that, then we're not going to show that part. Then later on, Anna corrected the stick. So from that moment, let's cut it and let's see the next footage.
What a technique. Anna.
Okay, I'm saying something. Sometimes my voice is not in place, then, but it's nice to keep conversation going. Okay, and over here we have cats. This we can leave it for later, but I know that I will use, for example, I will cut everything what is between cuts. So if you have over here like a little bit voice, then it's like when the knife is going down and it's hitting the chopsticks, then I will use exactly this small point. But that's for later. First pass, then we know at least what we going to do with this footage.
And we're gonna make few more.
We're gonna make few more. That's okay. And when I am cameraman, so for example, if we have to do five potatoes, then one or the second one, it's nice to take with voices like over here, and later on without voices. So if you take the footage without voices, you can play a little bit better with that. This is just prepared footage to, I would say, to put the voice, a voice over. Okay, let me see. Over here I'm messing up with camera. I've tried to do something, but if this footage is wrong, then you can always use the second one. I've tried to show how precise Anna's cuts are, but that failed. Okay, Anna's is cutting over here precisely. That might be good for using later. Let's delete it. The next sentence.
You are so precise. I would like to measure that if they cut proper size.
Okay, that's something funny. For longer clip, for our 3 minutes clip, if we don't have enough interesting footage, we can use this dialogue.
I would like to measure that if they cut proper size.
Yeah, and now I made a mistake because you said I'm so precise.
Yeah, that's always like this. That's for Marfil.
That's also good. I've said something and she made a mistake. It's always like this. If someone say to you like multiple complaints that you are doing good, then you might be sure that the next your move will be mistake.
So, this one we cut a little bit too much in the beginning. Let's try another one.
Let me sit comfortable. Okay, okay. That's I'm telling to her, try to not speak negatively. But if you're recording, that you need to remember those kind of mistakes will happen. For example, if you have a conversation with someone, then you cannot catch those mistakes. But if you are is on video, then you need to cut them. And even in shorts, people watch shorts to be relaxed, to have dopamine rush, to have positive emotions. So everything what is negative, you need to cut all negativity. No. Okay.
Nie ten, tylko po prostu jedziesz i... That if they cut proper size.
Yeah, and now I made a mistake because you said I'm so precise.
Yeah, that's always like this. That's for Marfil, I think.
Okay, so I'm talking some bullshits. as me. Okay, I want to add some tags to my live to YouTube because that's always goes separate, and somehow by platform I cannot do that. So let's do that now then, because we have only 2 viewers. Anna said hi. Okay, but let me check it. Okay, I will show you. That's not secret. Here is our title, public playlist, education, editing, photo and video live. Yes, for not for kids because sometimes I can say a bad word. Let's tag it. Short content editing live. How to edit viral viral video, short content content, how to grow small business. how to grow a small business. Adobe Premiere Pro live. Nothing nothing to hide. Some complete guidance. Some mistakes. Okay, guideless. Complete guide. How to edit. Is it viral? And I think that's it. Recording doesn't matter. How to style, comment, stop. Yes, let's save it. Okay, I will move this one on the side. I need to check it if my voice volume is correct, but I see it's corrected because I can speak little bit. I can speak little bit silent, but it's almost 2 a.m. so European Central Time. Okay. Okay, Anna over here is cutting. Oh, and I'm calling that this is that moment when idea comes to my head. But over here we can see some cuttings. Then we can use later. That's for sure. That's why I leave it this part. And then later on you see that because when you do multiple takes of one footage, for example, if you have 5 potatoes to cut, first, yeah, it's mandatory to have good scene. So, for example, if I have good scene, then I know it's good. Then later on, I can experiment. That's why you see things on the foreground, and they are kind of interesting. This footage is much better than first one because you need to deliver something.
Should I do 6 or something?
Yeah, why not?
That's not interesting. We for sure we're not going to use it later.
You're busy with that. You are like a robot.
Okay, so this is I think potato number 2. Then I was a little bit, you can see that I was playing a little bit with camera. That's also another point of view, might be interesting in some certain point. Later on, what is going on over here? He is taking another potato. Those moves, if something is going on from nowhere, I really like it, especially on the camera number 2 for this one. So let's cut it from this moment. Let's
Cutting board. Okay.
every time you do that faster and faster.
Okay, so Anna is cutting over here. I was playing with camera, so all camera's play will be used later for short number 2 for voiceover.
Yeah. Okay. One more. Maybe this one. No, this one isn't nice. Maybe this one. Okay, let's do it again.
Okay, let's do it again. That's quite good. If you do multiple takes, that might be interesting. We will use it later. This footage for sure I will use it. That's why I'm leaving. I'm not selecting now what I'm doing here, because everything like those transactions and everything will be useful. For example, this speech over here, putting tomato aside, that's also nice. Let's get rid of this one.
Okay, let's do it again.
And then over here, I think you can see that on the chart clearly it's without voice, so to save your time, and the footage is quite sharp, almost in every point, so I will leave it. Okay, here you can see some voices, so let's check it. What is that?
So it looks like this.
Okay, Anna is showing how it looks like. Then for sure we will use it. And over here we have 2 takes. It's 1, 2, really good.
What we are going to do, we need an onion. Let's do the red one.
Okay, what we are going to do then is no information at all.
Onion.
Onion.
Let's do the red one.
Onion, let's do the weather. At least we can take voices. That's nice. Chop. Okay, we have some voices.
Use food. Another guide how to cut the onion.
That's not interesting because you have already made guide how to do that.
Every week we cut the onion.
Footage to, I would say, to do that. Okay, so let's go. Let's check it.
Every week. And we need thin slices of the onion as well, because I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do next.
Okay, he's like she you never know. She's peeling the onion.
Another guide how to cut the onion.
Then it's like nothing interesting. Everybody knows that. At least we have some knife smooth. Then I can use it. Puff, puff, puff. I really like those sequences.
And we need thin slices of the onion as well, because I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do next. Very thinly. I'll try to do it.
Okay, information. We need all the information from that speech.
Very thinly.
From that point, you can see that exactly in the chart. In the microphone 2, microphone 2 is Anna's microphone. I've closed. I think you can change the description. I did that in the past. Oh, rename, yes. Anna's voice, to do that more professionally. Me. Okay, Radek's voice. The rest actually doesn't matter. So okay, let's back to our footage.
Because I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do next. Very thinly.
I said the but I will. That's from my microphone. I can
Very thinly.
get rid of that. Oh, it's no cut. Oh, okay.
Very thinly. I will try to do it.
That's very thinly, and you can see my microphone. Then I can get rid of my voice in that moment.
Next, very thinly.
At least you can see. But
Very thinly. I will try to do it as thin as possible. No, maybe not as thin as possible, but just good for the recipe.
Yeah, that's. But I think this is enough. This is a recipe for a month. So the
okay, I forget what I wanted to say. Let's leave it like this, and he's chopping. I really like. That's why I leave it for later on editing. That's why I'm playing with camera.
And now we take our potato and we're going to put some onion in between.
You see, again, it's like you have voice and movement is separate, and we need to combine it later. Or maybe you can do that now. Is that linked? No, nothing is linked. That's good. We can do that. We can do that correct way.
And now we take our potato.
Obviously, you can see that much. Let's take razor, deleted those two parts.
And now we take our potato and we're going to put.
Sometimes those kind of things might be interesting, but at least when you speak with someone one-on-one, then you can hear that the second person is at least interested what you are doing there. Can we check it how many people are alive? 2. So one is me and second one is at least someone is watching. Okay. Anyway.
And now we take our potato and we're going to put some onion in between.
We're going to put some onion between. That's good. Let's check it.
Not in every, like maybe every second or something.
Always I can put voice over. That's also good, you know. That's be sure that all your footage is not wasted, because you can always put voice over. Anna can come here and record her part. Important is that you will record the voiceover exactly in this same place, in this same environment, that it won't be different between what you are doing, between what you said there and now. Because if you do that in the different environment, different room, different place in the room, that the voice that might be problem to match voices.
And what we're also going to use, I have some bay leaves.
Okay, that's first sentence maybe something used and not out. I have some bay leaves.
I have some bay leaves.
Yes.
So here and there we're gonna put a bay leaf as well.
Okay, that's pretty nice information.
Just for the taste.
Just for the
They are quite big, yeah. But
just for the taste. That's of course for the taste. So I'm not going to use this sentence.
bay leaf as well.
They are quite.
They are
intense,
quite big,
yeah.
yeah. But wait, I'm gonna use the small one here.
Mhm.
That's also interesting.
So look.
Let's zoom in a little bit.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, Anna, so go to sleep. Have a nice day. Probably this footage will be online in 2 days.
And maybe
In 2 days, because YouTube needs to process it, and later on you can see this footage. Rewatch your.
one more.
Yes. Yes, please.
And maybe
Oh,
one more.
Yes. Yes, please. Yes.
So the first one is ready.
Wow.
Now
Okay, that's also good. A little bit too loud. You can see that my microphone, catch that too loud. But I'm using 32 bits microphones. So for example, if something is too loud,
Wow.
or the quality, as you can hear, it's turning down, then at least always I can delete from directly from microphone the footage, then the audio quality will be better. But if you do that, just grab it and copy directly, I mean directly from microphone, not from Rode software, then it will be 24 bytes. So for example, this one, I will download this later, but it's like time consuming because you need to copy that by software it takes multiple clicks. It's much easier to grab it and place it in the folder where you want.
one more.
Yes. Yes, please. Yes.
So the first one is ready.
Wow.
Now let's do just.
That's interesting. Okay. At least we can begin. That's good beginning. For example, the first one is ready. Wow.
Yes.
So the first one is ready.
Wow. Wow.
And we're gonna do all of them like this. So that's how it looks.
Wow.
And we
Okay, I really like it. Like some shouting. In my opinion, it's good to have always good emotions.
that's how it looks.
Wow.
And we're gonna do all of them like this, and then it goes to the oven.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, we like it.
Jeszcze jeden nagramy z głosem? Aldo?
Okay, I'm speaking over here. Then we're going to record one more time with voice. Then always we can select it. If you do that, the same thing second time, then it's less stressful for you. That's keep in mind. Sometimes when I'm recording something, then the first take is always like stressful and natural. Even if you would do that good, you can hear that voice is a little bit stressed or whatever. And the second one is always more natural. That's why we decided
A
like
co,
this.
chcę dalej?
Z głosem teraz.
Jeszcze raz to wszystko mam
samo.
ten?
Tak,
Okej.
tak.
Okay, and always the second take is always better, as I told you.
Oh, I took.
And if I have good first, I would say like mandatory footage, then with the second one, and I can play with camera. That's also important.
Oh, I took.
That's a mistake.
And then some bay leaves.
Okay, that's some bay leaves. Good.
And then some bay leaves.
At least you can see that over here is like less stress, because in a first here we are shouting out. Okay, that's not so necessary. Because in the first take, that's maybe something blah blah blah, and you can hear the stress in your voice. That's pretty normal. And in the second take, you can hear that. Okay, let's put bay leaves. Let's put some bay leaves. It's stress less.
And then some bay leaves.
I'm calling that warm up. You need to warm up
because
to.
it's gonna give
You
a
need
very
to
nice
warm up also for recording.
taste to the potato.
Oh, and at least some good
It's
informations.
gonna give a very nice taste to the potato.
Yes, that's good. I like it.
So the second potato is ready as well. Let's make another one.
Okay, that's I really like it. You can hear that the voice of Anna is much better. And over here I was playing with footage, then I will select that later because for also voiceover, then you can see is voiceless. It's pretty good.
No to potrawa okaże się hitem, no ale chęć będzie.
Dobra, to some informations in Poland.
Bo tam potu nie.
In our, let's say, plan is to record. In our plan is to record live when we are capturing those kind of things. And to do that, we would need to switch completely to English, but bad words. No, we're not going to hear. Okay.
To jest ostatni kartofel?
Okay. And always, I know that we captured this footage exactly for voiceover. That's why we are talking Polish now. That really doesn't matter. And I will leave it this footage for later on to edit. You can see they are quite good. I have silenced the voices from microphones.
Baking tray, so they are not gonna stick.
And over here that's funny because I've tried to follow Anna's hand. Look, thing, but I was doing like opposite.
Stick.
Dobra, lecisz.
I'm gonna put some oil in the.
Czekaj, ja muszę raz zdjęcie zrobić.
Okay, over here I'm capturing some footage. That's for later use. This is not necessary.
I'm gonna put some oil in the baking tray, so they are not gonna stick. And I moved my potatoes in here.
Okay, złap. Złap.
Okay, that's why we try to capture this footage. Okay, that's good.
In here.
Okay, that's we will edit in the second pass, but I see actually you see that's pretty nice. Over here I messed up a little bit, but until this point it's good. Okay.
And we're gonna do some oil on top as well.
We're going to do some oil on top.
And
That's enough. Okay, this is messy footage.
top as well.
We can use that later.
And maybe some salt and pepper, and then it goes to the oven.
I came over here with the camera to take some pictures.
To co, solę i pieprze? Dobra, najpierw posłuchaj.
Super.
Nie?
No dawaj, dawaj. Okay.
Okay, here I'm taking the footage of salt and pepper. Let's see, check footage, at least something going on, because there is no voiceover. To just return, like, to just, over here I messed up. If I messed up with camera 1, then I can always use camera 2. I was close over here. Anyway, so let's keep it on let's keep it on salt. Okay, over here. Then okay, let's just this we can delete. Okay, here is cleaning. Those kind of cleaning footage, I also like it. Let's check this. Oh no, it's not nothing interesting. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so over here we have paprika, but that's another that's another meal. That's why this footage is pretty messy. We need to sort that out.
Yes, for the ramen.
And I can see that on Instagram is nobody is watching. Nobody is watching. Then I think because we are 1 hour long already, then I think I want to check it if I stream directly. If I stream directly from YouTube, that will be more viewers, and that's why I want to test it out. And of course, we can see we have blocks over here. Block number 1, then it's our eggs. Block number 2, it's beginning of the potato, and block number 3, it's ramen number 1. Okay, so I'm going to take a break, and later on I'm going to take a break, and let's see, let's meet up together with the part 2 directly from YouTube. That might be good. Yes. Yes, let's check this out. Okay, so see you in 15 minutes.